This is The Scene
on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
That's The.Wav, What I Need. They're inside right now on The Scene, BBC Radio London. My name's Aurie Styla. Are you guys still here?
Yes,
Oh, we're here.
Nice. We had a little issue trying to get that one playing, but we got it playing. It was well worth it.
No, that was planned. We planned that.
Yeah,
It was planned, guys.
It's improv.
Yeah. I've got to learn to believe in that now. Yeah, man. I mean, of course, that's how it happened. So I got to ask you a question as well. How did you... This is going to sound crazy, but for me, how did you manage to get together and then go, okay, we're now crew, and then you meet a footballer to be your manager? How does that happen?
Fascinating. So we were performing at a house party in LA randomly, like doing a favor for a friend. It was like for charity. And they were like, can you guys pull up and perform? And we're like, for sure, why not?
Okay.
And the universe just made it so happen that Daniel was there randomly.
Yeah.
And he saw us perform. We had like one mic, one speaker. It was like very janky.
It was one of those.
It was really one of those.
But
and
we did that.
But we did it.
It was
And he
lit.
believed in us from that. No,
Kelly
but
was DJing off the
I was
phone that day.
DJing.
Oh, you DJ
off
as
of
well?
No, like off Spotify. Like, I was DJing
Fair
off
enough.
Spotify, but I was the DJ. And yeah, he like put us performing on his Instagram,
Yeah.
and then it was just like we started building a
A
relationship.
lot
from
of
there.
followers that day.
I could imagine.
Lot
Ladies and
of
gentlemen,
followers
if you don't know who
that
we're talking about Daniel Sturridge, who plays for Liverpool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
playing right now.
He has a
Yeah,
game
Yeah,
tonight.
against West Ham,
today.
aren't they?
It's 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1.
So wait, you just turned around, saw it. You could look at one of the screens and go, "Yep, that's the." That's,
Oh, they're
yep,
watching
there's
it.
my
Yeah,
man.
they're playing. Oh, that's
It's
crazy.
2-1. It's 2-1.
Oh, is it 2-1?
We winning?
Oh, it's 2-1.
It's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1.
I got
Okay.
excited. I got
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. That's. I mean, that's like you say. How the universe just brings you together. I mean, that
Yeah.
would that for me would be like a really different coupling. You would never expect that, but then for that to come together,
Well,
that's how the
Yeah.
universe works.
I mean, to be fair though, Daniel is kind of he's known as a footballer, but he's a renaissance man. He's a true artist. He has a very gifted ear.
His ear
You
is
know,
great.
he definitely is involved more than maybe you would know. You know, in terms of
Yeah.
like using his ear and just he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
He's
He shows a
super
lot of
smart.
love.
Yeah, he shows lots of love, and even
That's
from the
good.
beginning, before we even like signed with the label, he was just like really interested in like having conversations with us and giving us like good advice and stuff like that. So he's just like Maddie said, like he's like a renaissance man, super
Powerhouse.
smart,
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
and then yeah, obviously he's an incredible world star athlete as well.
Yeah, with the- yeah.
We heard he plays
We
soccer
heard
as well.
he
Oh,
plays
soccer.
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 Just kidding.
You're gonna get us jumped by
Soccer.
saying that.
You must have had that back and forth.
We're getting
Oh yeah,
assaulted.
soccer. No, football. No, soccer. Yeah, you must have been. That must have been something.
Well, you know what?
conversation-wise.
I actually like the UK slang or language a bit better because, like, I prefer saying football. What
Okay.
else do we prefer saying? Like full stop. What,
Full
like when we
stop.
when we
Full
say the
stop is
wave,
fire.
we say in America we say the period wave. But that sounds
Look at his
weird.
face.
I'm looking at y'all.
Yeah.
saying
You're like,
that.
I would,
disgusting.
I would argue
Absolutely
that you
not.
don't say that here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we've learned. We've learned.
And we
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 should have
learned
never
that.
ever
But
uttered
the full
that
stop
term.
wave.
Stop.
Yeah.
The full
Sorry, I
stop
said
wave.
period.
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fine.
I
You're
just said
saying
it
that.
again,
That's
my
what
bad.
it's fine.
Yeah, no.
So-
we don't do that no more.
Okay. Well, is there any other slang that you like from here? Because I know our slang and your slang is different.
It's not slang, but I like food, and sticky toffee pudding is the
Sticky
business.
toffee pudding
The business
changed my life.
With
But
the-
every restaurant has a different version, so
Yeah, I
you
think-
gotta
yeah.
lock into the right toffee.
Hold
tin.
on. Public
Oh.
service announcement. Stop putting raisins in the sticky toffee.
Oh, do you know what?
pudding,
Amen.
bro.
Hey, give me some, bro.
Don't do that,
Hey,
bro.
man.
I don't like that.
We've had it every restaurant we've been to.
Yeah.
If we see it on menu, we're like, all right, we gotta try it here too.
Crazy.
Sticky.
Sticky toffee, bro.
No raisins. You hear me?
I think we
We
might
got war
do.
against raisins, you
We had
do.
enough of you.
Cardi's
and your
not for the raisins, you know.
No.
Okay. Now, so I brought up a topic earlier on with our first guest, and I feel like you will have a lot more to say on this from not only just from a music background, but from performers from the States over here as well. You see the news about 21 Savage?
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I don't really know what to make of it. I
Yeah.
don't know what to make of it.
He's originally from the United Kingdom.
But where in the United Kingdom?
Well, apparently it's from a place called Newham. This is allegedly. That's what a lot of people are saying. Newham is based in East London.
Okay.
So a lot of my East London friends were very, very happy to be able to say, yep, we'll claim that.
You know what's
Sorry.
crazy? His mom, they played a clip of his mom today
English
speaking.
accent.
She's English.
She's got a really strong
Yeah,
English accent. Yeah.
So
Heavy.
when did he move to the States?
When
When
he
he
was
moved to
12.
Atlanta.
12 or 13, around about 12,
2005.
yeah, something
So
like
he's
that.
spent some time here then.
Yeah, it's half his life in one place, half his life in the other.
Well, they say the rule is wherever you basically become yourself is where you're from. That's
Yeah?
like the rule. Like, you know, like kids who like grow up in like New York, then you go to high school in like, you know, Japan or whatever.
Yeah, it's like where are you from at that
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, because when you're 12 years old, you're really impressionable. That's when you really start to put your character together.
become-
Because that's
yeah.
middle school. That's when you go through all the craziness, and that's when you want to assimilate the most. You know what I mean?
He assimilated.
into a culture. So I could see.
Oh, he definitely assimilated.
Oh, definitely.
He's assimilated.
I thought he was
FaceTime, man.
full on Atlanta. I had no idea.
It
in my
sounds like
opinion,
you're
in
from
my
Atlanta,
opinion, he is. Like everything about his makeup and everything he does, how he speaks, how he carries himself,
Yeah.
what he values is all Atlanta.
So he got rid of his accent?
Oh, he's definitely not got an English accent anymore.
Yeah.
I would never have listened to him.
Unless
and gone,
secretly
"Ooh."
he does.
Like I got a homie that left New York and like
Could
when he was
you?
17 and lost his accent.
Yeah.
You know what's weird though? Why are we just hearing about this? Like, why didn't he tell us in a bar?
See, I would like to have known in his music because,
Right.
like, I knew Slick Rick when he was from the
Yeah.
UK and then
Yeah.
moved over to New York,
To the Bronx.
Exactly, and he was one of the pioneers, you could say, of hip hop.
Absolutely.
I knew that was the case.
Facts.
He put it in his music as well, but. I would just have liked to hear 21 go, you know what? From the UK
Yeah.
over to ATL.
As sad as this is, the upside is the memes though.
Oh, my, no,
Bro.
we've said
Oh, my
that.
God.
Listen, the memes have been fantastic.
the memes,
Oh.
yeah.
Absolutely
It's his
phenomenal.
eye.
But he probably
It's his
did it because he
eye.
was getting teased.
You think so?
Yeah, like 12 or 13, moved from the UK, probably had a really thick accent. Them Atlanta kids are
But
no
don't-
He
joke.
getting teased
don't they
now, so
like-
he should have just he should have got ahead of it.
Get out of the way.
Yeah,
Get out of the way
you
from
gotta get
early.
ahead of it, bro.
But I mean, I could be wrong in saying this, but I hear that people from the States like the English accent.
I love
Heck
it.
yes.
So why would you want to hide that then?
Well,
If you
there's different types of English accents.
you're realizing this now, yeah.
There's some that are
Like
like,
Scouse.
oh, how
Is it
charming.
Scouse?
Scouser, yeah,
And
you
then
live
there's some
from
that are like, oh wow, I don't know what you just said.
Scouser, yeah,
I don't know what's happening up
Scousers,
there.
yeah. Their accents are very,
Nah, but the homie Dan, he was cool. We met him the other day. He had a Scouts. He had an accent.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
There's different accents, definitely. I would say that it's interesting to kind of get used to. I mean, if I were to go to the States now and I heard someone from like I don't know, New York against
Florida.
I wouldn't hear the difference.
Really?
Oh, really?
I wouldn't know.
I
No.
think
It would
take a minute.
You would with that
Nah,
one.
you
No,
definitely
if you
would.
show me, all right. So someone from real South against someone from New York, I'd hear the difference.
Okay.
But even New York and LA, I don't hear the difference.
You know, you have to be around a group of them because, like, if I'm around my friends that I grew up with, my accent changes immediately.
Okay.
I'm not speaking English anymore. It's a whole different. It's just ridiculous. But if I'm around a group of people, just naturally from different places, I'm going to speak something that they can understand.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How's it to do music here? I mean, you're used to it in the States. You come over here. What's the crossover like?
It's dope, man.
It's
It's
a vibe.
dope. Yeah, everyone really gives us some good energy out here. I don't know, man. I like being out here. It's definitely a smaller market. Like you can get from one end of the UK to the other end. And how long of a drive is that? You think?
Oh, you can get from here to, let's say, I don't know, let's say Liverpool.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
Which is
Yeah.
which is very that's
Awesome.
crazy actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the
3.5
East
hours.
Coast for
I
us.
mean, at the end of the day, like working with Screamer, he's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
It gives you a whole nother understanding of music. You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't have been able to put this project together and aim it at the UK market without, Screamer and Daniel, because Daniel has an extensive knowledge of, what's hot here. And we all know what's hot too, but, even like the history of music,
Yeah.
garage, house, these are genres that we're just hearing about now, but it's hot.
What's interesting is like the makeup of the people who are here from different places in the world.
Yeah.
It's much more of a melting pot in your music than it is for us in the States.
Yeah.
Right. So like even your slang is a lot of patois and like it's very much entrenched into your everyday life. And being in the States is not like that. Not as much depending on where you are, but it's definitely in your music. Like when I hear certain songs, I'm like, oh, that's a reggae rhythm from like 91, or that's a house beat from like whenever. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to like be here and just listen to the music and how it translates.
Sorry, go on. Yeah,
I was gonna say, and y'all are really a lot more open to the Afro music,
that
which I really love. Being from Tanzania, and like not hearing us reflected in in the music in the States, but coming here and knowing that it's bigged up, and some people even consider it pop music, and I think that's amazing.
Well, that's been recently, to be fair. I'd say maybe the past 8 years, roughly, that it's become more popular. It was like a lot of music when you have a new style, a new genre, it kind of hits a certain market, a very niche market, and then if it becomes popular, it grows and grows until then it becomes more mainstream. And Afrobeats, particularly here, I'd say, I think it was at university when it was just tipping over the melting point. This was, I'm supposed to say on air, university for me was 2 years ago, but it wasn't. I was saying, say the age, but no, it was 10 years ago. So it was only kind of just coming up then, and then after a while it became more popular when certain artists mixed with other artists and just I mean the cohesion of those two artists and their fan base, and then all of a sudden so
I think the internet had a big thing to do with that, because
Massively.
you can't stop the power of the music coming out of Africa, especially with the internet now. Everyone is catching on to it, and it just becomes hot, so the radio like low-key has to play it because it's actually hot, you know what I mean? And people are catching wind of it, so I feel that.
My favorite thing to do is ask Screamo, what genre is this when something plays on the radio? It's always a different genre.
Which is amazing, because I feel like sometimes in the States, we don't get as much diversity. It's a lot of...
I would have thought maybe you had more than us. No?
I don't
On the
think
radio?
So.
See, really?
Nah. It's just trap music.
No.
Trap music, a version of R&B that's trap music.
But you see, out here, y'all will play the hits from the States, but then y'all got your own hits.
Right.
But it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, we don't play y'all hits the same way that y'all play our hits.
Okay.
One thing I did notice out here, and to my I was very happy about this, is that you guys really have a deep love for 90s R&B.
We
Every restaurant?
But it's like every restaurant I'll go to, or every like we went to this Caribbean spot, and they were playing like Jaheim and Genuine, and I was like, dang, like this is still playing. Even on the radio, we listen to BBC One Extra. They would play the recent stuff, but then they would go back
into old school.
And
I love
it's not even like an old school like segment. It's like the playlist.
Nah,
like
it's just
at
like the
home,
regular.
It's like old school night, and I was like, nah, we just playing.
I feel like
Because
I've got
it's
to find
good
some old school
music.
now.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm not going to find old school because I got more of your music to play. But if I look at what we played earlier on, we went down to Jackson 5, which is before 90.
There you go.
And Loose Ends. Like we really took it. Yeah.
Loose Ends.
Loose Ends. I mean, Outcast, but that's not 90s, that's noughties. Yeah, we have a real appreciation. My intro music when I come on is Mace. Feels so good.
Hey, Mace, the greatest rapper alive.
We've had a...
No, this is where I jump in.
I got you.
Who's yours?
Tell them to argue.
This is dangerous.
I say that to get on Tariq's nerves.
All
'cause
they're
he's
doing is trolling me because
Oh, for real?
we all know the greatest rapper alive and who he is.
Go ahead.
His name
Lil Wayne.
Knock it off.
Are you going to say Jay?
Voldemort.
Are you gonna say Jay?
No.
Then we need to stop talking.
Who are you gonna say?
Well, I have preferences.
Okay.
But I tell you what, I see why he is considered the greatest rapper alive. But my preference, I told you, I like a lot of the rappers from Atlanta. One of my favorites, if not my favorite, Ludacris.
Oh, wow.
okay.
Big Luda fan.
Yeah.
Big Luda fan.
My second is 3000.
Andre 2000.
My second
Beast.
is 3000. Yeah.
This weird. Everyone loves Andre 3000 more than Big Boy. I shouldn't say it, but they do. They do.
Well.
But I still prefer them together.
Oh, absolutely.
Together, they were phenomenal
I think
together.
project.
technically Big Boy might be the better rapper, like from a technical standpoint.
But the charisma that Andre used
There's
to
a lot
bring.
more that goes into rapping.
Creativity. Andre brings a lot to
This
the
could
table.
this could get tense. I can
Yeah,
see.
we'll be here for all night, and I'm sure you
This
have a
could get
job,
tense.
so we won't do this.
Tell me, so next song I got here, Say I Won't.
Ooh.
Won't, sorry, Say I Won't.
Yeah.
Tell me about this song.
Man, Say I Won't. Yeah, actually, it's actually funny we talk about music from the 90s because that era definitely inspired the sound of Make More Love. Say I Won't is a track about us believing in unity and being able to carry on, not just make hits and make some money, but carry on a legacy of positivity, carry on a legacy of, the future and embracing the oneness of humanity. So Say I Won't is basically we each kind of tell our own stories. We each have a verse on there. It's kind of a longer song with, but you can play the whole thing because we each kind of get some bars off and we talk about our journeys on it. So
no
And
problem.
we project
Yeah.
the future.
Mm-hmm.
No
My
way.
future billionaire's daughter.
Hey,
Yep.
I like that.
It's all about the balance, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WAV or the wave, depending on how you want to describe or say it. I'm gonna keep saying that. What would you prefer, WAV or wave?
I want you
Whatever
to say
you-
WAV. I want you to say WAV.
Whatever, yeah, because that feels natural.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the WAV, and this is their song of their new EP. This one is called "Say I Won't."
So you can follow us at THE full stop
Yep.
WAV.
THE full stop
The WAV.
WAV.
Or the wave, whatever you prefer.
The WAV or the wave.
Yeah,
What
and
do we
then
prefer?
Deadly Road Records on Instagram as well. We're
Yeah.
there. But you can catch us on Instagram, Twitter, our website, everywhere. Facebook. We're
Nice.
LinkedIn.
Any other shows coming up soon that we need to know about?
We might be doing something here in London. Y'all gonna know. Just if you follow us on social, we're gonna let everybody know what's happening.
Incentives.
Nice. Guys, thank you for coming down.
Thank
I know
you so
I
much.
hate
Thank
You're
this
the
one.
you.
best.
Oh my
This is the
God.
best show
No,
ever.
thank you. I appreciate
This is
this,
fun.
guys.
Such a blessing.
No, I appreciate you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Scene. My name is Aurie Styla. I gotta go. It's literally handing over to Duncan Box. Nah, I don't want to go nowhere, but I gotta do what I gotta do. But I'll be back next Monday, 8 till 10. Make sure you listen. And if you don't listen, I'll be very upset. And also, you can catch this show on BBC Sounds if you missed some of it, or if you just want to hear it back. Download the BBC Sounds app. That's where we'll be. I'll be back next week. Take care. Later, guys, and thank you guys again.
Yes, yes.
Peace.